Did you know that some supplements you take every day might be doing more harm than good? You know that brightly lit aisle at the pharmacy, the one that seems to stretch on longer than a CVS receipt after a particularly aggressive allergy season? Yeah, that one. It's a labyrinth of promises, with each bottle whispering sweet nothings about boosting your energy, sharpening your mind, and giving you the hair of a Hemsworth brother. But what if I told you that behind those shiny labels and bold claims lurks a truth that's, well, a little harder to swallow? Today we're diving into the dark side of the supplement industry, what big companies don't want you to know. We're going to peel back the layers of this multi-billion-dollar industry, exposing the questionable ingredients, misleading marketing tactics, and potential health risks that often get buried under a mountain of pseudo-scientific jargon and stock photos of impossibly healthy-looking people. Buckle up, because things are about to get, well, let's just say you might want to put down that protein shake for this. The supplement industry is a behemoth. We're talking bigger than the GDP of some small countries, folks. Globally, it's raking in over $150 billion annually, and that number just keeps growing. You know that friend who's always hawking some new miracle juice on Instagram? Yeah, they're contributing to that statistic. But here's the kicker. This massive money-making machine isn't subject to the same rigorous regulations as the pharmaceutical industry. Think about that for a second. We trust Big Pharma to meticulously test their drugs, to jump through hoops and clear hurdles set by government agencies, all before they can even think about selling us a tiny pill for our sniffles. But the supplement industry? They're playing by a different set of rules, a set of rules that often feel more like loose guidelines whispered in a back alley than actual regulations. In many countries, the burden of proof lies not with the company selling the supplements, but with us, the consumers, to prove that what we're swallowing is actually harmful. It's like playing a game of dietary roulette. Except the potential consequences are far more serious than just a mild case of indigestion. We're talking allergic reactions, organ damage, even interactions with life-saving medications. And while these companies are busy raking in profits hand over fist, they're spending a surprisingly small chunk of that change on actual scientific research. You know, the kind of research that would definitively tell us whether these supplements actually do what they claim to do. Instead, they rely on flashy marketing campaigns and dubious testimonials to convince us to empty our wallets for a chance at a quick fix. Now let's talk about what's actually these little capsules and powders, shall we? Because, spoiler alert, it's not always sunshine and unicorn tears. Remember that lack of regulation we talked about? Yeah, that comes back to bite us in the, well, everywhere really. See, without strict oversight, there's nothing stopping companies from slipping some rather unsavory ingredients into their products. We're talking heavy metals like lead, arsenic, and mercury, folks. The same heavy metals our mothers warned us about when we were kids, the ones that turn you into a supervillain in comic books. Except in this case, the only superpower you're likely to gain is a weakened immune system and a brand new collection of health problems. And if heavy metals weren't enough to put you off your protein shake, how about a side of banned substances? Yep, you heard that right. There have been countless cases of supplements being found laced with pharmaceuticals, pesticides, and even illegal stimulants. It's like a bad game of ingredient roulette, but instead of winning a prize, you could end up with a visit from your friendly neighborhood FDA investigator. These hidden ingredients can have serious consequences, from allergic reactions and digestive issues to long-term organ damage. Remember that friend who swore by that weight loss supplement, the one who suddenly developed mysterious liver problems? Yeah, this might be why. But it's not just about what they're putting the supplements, it's also about what they're telling us. Many companies hide behind vague labeling practices, using terms like proprietary blend to avoid disclosing the exact amounts of each ingredient. It's like ordering a cocktail and only being told it contains alcohol and other stuff. Not exactly reassuring, is it? Chapter 3. Undisclosed Side Effects. Here's a fun fact that's about as fun as a root canal. Many supplements come with side effects that aren't exactly advertised on the label. You know that tiny print on the back of the bottle, the one that requires a magnifying glass and a degree in cryptography to decipher. Yeah, that's where they mention some of the less desirable consequences of popping their pills like candy. We're talking about a whole host of unpleasantness, from upset stomachs and headaches to more serious issues like liver problems, heart palpitations, and even an increased risk of certain cancers. Remember those weight loss supplements we talked about earlier? Some of them have been linked to liver damage so severe that people required transplants. Not exactly the kind of transformation they were hoping for, I'd wager. And here's the kicker. Because supplements aren't subject to the same rigorous testing as pharmaceuticals, the full extent of their side effects often remains a mystery until they hit the market, and unsuspecting consumers become unwitting guinea pigs. It's like playing a game of Russian roulette with your health, except instead of a single bullet, the chamber is loaded with a cocktail of unknown substances. But wait, there's more. Many supplements can interact negatively with prescription medications, potentially rendering them ineffective or even dangerous. For instance, taking St. John's wort, a popular herbal supplement marketed for a mood boost with certain antidepressants, can lead to a potentially life-threatening condition called serotonin syndrome. And don't even get me started on the lack of long-term studies. Sure, a supplement might seem harmless in the short term, but what happens when you're popping those pills for months, years, even decades? Without proper research, it's impossible to know the potential long-term consequences of these substances, and that, my friends, is a terrifying thought. Chapter 4: Misleading Marketing. Let's be honest, the supplement industry is built on marketing, and not the honest kind that tells you what a product is and what it does. No, we're talking about marketing that preys on our insecurities, whispers promises of quick fixes and miracle cures, and uses pseudoscientific jargon to confuse us. They bombard us with images of impossibly perfect people, their teeth whiter than a dentist's dream, their muscles sculpted like Michelangelo. These Adonis-like figures swear by these supplements, claiming they're the secret to their superhuman energy and focus. But here's the thing, these claims are often exaggerated or false. The miracle cure that promises to melt away fat while you sleep? Yeah, that's about as real as a unicorn riding a dragon. The brain-boosting supplement that claims to increase your IQ? If it were that easy, everyone would have a Mensa membership. And let's not forget about the testimonials. Are these testimonials really genuine, or are they just paid actors reading from a script? The truth is, it's often difficult to tell, and that's what these companies are banking on. They know that most consumers don't have the time or energy to wade through the scientific jargon and separate fact from fiction. So they exploit our desire for quick fixes, our longing for a magic pill that will solve all our problems, and our inherent trust in authority figures, even if those authority figures are just ripped Instagram influencers hawking protein powder. Chapter 5: Safe Alternatives. So, after that rather bleak journey through the underbelly of the supplement industry, you're probably wondering, is there any hope? Do I need to start digging a bunker in my backyard and living off the grid to protect myself from these shady supplements? Well, the good news is, you don't need to resort to a life of off-grid paranoia just yet. There are ways to approach supplements with a healthy dose of skepticism. And yes, even incorporate them into your life safely. First and foremost, talk to your doctor. I know, revolutionary, right? But seriously, before you start swallowing handfuls of pills, have a chat with a medical professional. They can help you determine if you even need supplements, and if so, which ones are safe and effective for you. Next up, do your research. Look for evidence-based information from reputable sources. Organizations like the National Institutes of Health, the Mayo Clinic, or the FDA provide unbiased, science-backed information. Another tip: choose quality over quantity. Just because a supplement claims to contain every vitamin doesn't mean it's good for you. Focus on high-quality supplements from reputable brands that have been third-party tested. And finally, remember that there's no substitute for a healthy lifestyle. Supplements are meant to complement a healthy diet and exercise routine, not replace them. So before you reach for that bottle of pills, ask yourself, am I getting enough of this nutrient from my diet? Chapter 6. Your health is worth it. The supplement industry isn't always what it seems. From hidden ingredients to misleading claims, it's crucial to stay informed. Remember, just because something is marketed as natural or healthy doesn't mean it actually is. Always do your research, consult a healthcare professional, and remember, your health is worth more than a quick fix. Don't fall prey to the marketing hype and empty promises of the supplement industry. Be an informed consumer, ask questions, and prioritize your health above all else. After all, you only get one body, so you might as well treat it with the respect it deserves. Subscribe for more eye-opening health content.